Right. Oh, good. I'm already here. That's cool. Right. I didn't do any checks or anything before this went live, so sorry. And I followed. Oh, it's all going great. It's all going great. But then again, the name of this one is called Problems. So let's get into the problems. Just get my pad. So it's at least with arm's reach if I'm going to decide to do something. Boy. Yep. Issues. At least I have some kind of solutions. A little bit of some kind of solutions. I'm just so freaking disappointed. Kind of annoyed, and it's gonna be. I think I can get around it, but it's just that I'm just so kind of what the fuck, you know. I'm also just waiting for somebody to be in the chat. There you are. Somebody to be in the chat. I didn't mean like an individual person, although that's great, Jeff, that you're here. But yeah, I was just waiting for somebody to be in the chat so I can emote with them. Hopefully, you know, get somebody to like be sympathetic or help me with ideas and stuff, because I've got a problem with the pens. There's a real big problem with the pens, with the felt pens, and that is that the pens and this pad in particular, it's the paper. It's the paper. The paper drinks the pen. It just loves to absorb all of the ink it can from the pen. The pen just transfers continuously, it seems, the ink from the pen to the paper. And I basically had some free time. I had some free lunchtime. Basically, I wanted to try out some the actual pens, because I haven't done this before. I haven't tried out the pens on this particular pad. I've tried it out on the little pad and stuff, and just using this bit of paper that fell out of the pad. You can see here there's a very clear, a kind of clear line, you know. It does it well. It does it well on that paper, and it's fine and everything like that. But I tried it on my Mother's Day card, and focus, there we go. So I did it on my Mother's Day card, and as you can see from the lettering, it's just so jagged and stuff, because I had to move the pen relatively quick to get that thinner line, and all of the lines are slightly too jagged, and they're really thick. Like, I knew they would be thick, but Jesus, all the lines are really thick because I had to move the pen so freaking quick. to get this right. And it looks nothing like the original that I pulled out, that I basically drew. It's a miracle that I managed to actually salvage this. It took me way longer than I thought it was going to as well, but to get it all right. And thank God I realized in time, because there was Panda Fox's drawing right underneath this font in the pad. And I realized in time that basically it goes right through. It goes right through the pad, right through the paper. I basically put another bit of paper in between, just a scrap bit of paper underneath underneath it to protect the other piece of paper. This is a big deal. This is a huge deal. This is problems. This is big problems. If I can't get fine enough lines, then what's around the actual bear and stuff? What's specifically I didn't actually do it in black ink. The only thing in black is the XO down here. And that was super fast. But you can see the circle. That's super jagged. Even though I did it in a very swift circular motion, just to make sure that it didn't do this, and to get a fine enough line, this is a problem because it's going to be bad. It's not going to. It's like I said, it's nothing like the thing that I set out to do. The grass, I managed to do something nice with the grass. The grass on the weird pad that they're on just this little pad of grass. And I managed to basically make it look kind of funny. But yeah, it completely futzed with my ability to draw the mother. So she looks a bit weird. So yeah. Ugh. This is huge. Like I said, this is huge. This is like business ruining problem right here. Oh god. So yeah. I know what the issue is. It's just that how do I get around this? It's just I don't have the solution to get around this. You did a great job, though, Tubbs, considering the pens. Well, thank you. But still, like, I'm still going to give it to my mum and everything because I managed to make it into a card that she'd probably like anyway. But then again, it's my mother, you know, she'll just appreciate the thought of making a card. And whenever I make a card, by the way, I do this quite a lot. I make cards. I have my own unofficial logo and everything. It's on the back. See there? There's a little card with a bunch of C's kind of on each other, and it's actually called the Crappy Card Company. And I've always liked my little logo and stuff. I just this is one of the most disappointing ones that I've done. And this is the only one that I've got in color that isn't, you know, put together using craft supplies. So So yeah, it's just it's a huge bummer. It's a huge bummer. To me, it's still adorable though. But is there another type of coloured pen that you could find that doesn't seep through? I've got a bad feeling that it's actually the paper. The pens are fine because, like I said, I did all the testing on the notepad paper. On the notepad paper, you can see that it's very, very smooth and not very textured. You know, you can run your fingers along it and stuff. And it's actually it's a nicer feeling paper, but it's very thin and stuff. Whereas this paper, you can actually see that it's got kind of a texture to it. Kind of got a little bit of a grainy texture. It's a lot thicker. It's which is nicer. It's nicer. It's a nicer feeling paper. Because it's not cheap or anything. So yeah, it doesn't feel cheap and stuff. So yeah, there's huge problems because essentially I love your logo, Tubbs. It's very cute. Oh, thanks, Jeff. It's a huge problem because essentially I know a lot of guys wanted, well, a few of you wanted felt finishes for your works, and it's not feasible. It's not feasible with this paper. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a little kind of, well, I'm more than a little. I'm a bit annoyed. But that's probably the wrong word. I did come up with a solution to some of the ones that I'm doing now, and potentially the rest of them in the future. Maybe. It just kind of depends on a couple of things. And that is that I basically do them all in ballpoint pen. I do all of them in ballpoint pen. All the ones that have to be felt penned, you know, I do them all in ballpoint pen. And then I scan them in, you know, I scan them into the computer. I don't shade them or anything. And I then print out the scan and then basically do them in the felt pen, because the printed paper, I don't actually have a printer here. It's in my partner's office. The printed paper should be a lot more like this, a lot more like this paper than this paper. So if I do that, that might be good. The only problem with that I can foresee is that it's printed, so I won't be able to erase it or anything like that. It will be in ink already. It will be a printed like outline. So yeah. Alternatively, I could scan them in, or I could make it super faded. I don't know. It's just that I won't be able to erase the, yeah. But if that is successful, if that works, then I should be able to deliver two sets of pictures to somebody, the original and the inked version. The only problem with it is it's going to take a little bit more time to do. So there's that. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? That it's an okay idea? It's an idea, but I don't know if it would, like, I haven't thought it through so much. So if there's any problems that anybody else can think of, let me know either if you watch the playback, or Jeffrey, let me know in the comment in the chat. I just, yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to go to next time I see Bear Buff, I need to find out what these pads are, because some ice falling off something. I need to find out what these pads are and if they come in different variations. Because if they come in a slightly thinner sheet paper, or basically a slightly finer sheet paper version, then I would definitely want that more, you know. And I'll do all of the felt work in that one as opposed to in this one. So yeah, that's something to ask Bear Buff. So yeah, not had the greatest of days. Not had the greatest of days. I'm more than a bit peeved. I'm more than a bit peeved, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I'm trying to figure this out. Jeff says, okay, oh, okay, I understand. It's the paper, so maybe construction paper would work better. Construction paper? But you know, Meetups, however you do it for me is fine. So please, I don't want you to stress. Well, I'm not stressing. I'm just kind of, I'm annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed about it. Oh boy. So yeah. Good news is you don't have to worry about deciding on what colors and stuff to pick for your picture. I can pretty much do that. I can do that now, you know. So I guess I'll get to it. Dean's, however, is something that's a bit of an issue because he wanted it. He did want it in felt, and yeah. It's a good thing I tested the felt pens on my Mother's Day card before I actually did it on Dean's one, because this could have been disastrous, like really disastrous, you know, because the picture that's behind Dean's one is like is the Mother's Day card, so that would have ruined the Mother's Day card. So yeah. So there are solutions. It's just that, you know, I'm gonna have to test some paper out and stuff, see what works best, and see what can go through the printer, what the printer can actually take and everything. Although it's a fairly robust printer, so yeah. It is the upside is that if it does work, if the whole printing thing does work, it means that somebody's got the both the penned version, the ballpoint pen version, and a felt tip version of their work, of their art piece. So that's good. That's a good thing. It does mean that I might have to raise my price a little bit for the inked version, and for the pen, you know, for the ballpoint version and the felt tip version. So yeah. Jeffrey says, you are aggravated and annoyed. I definitely understand, Tubbs. You are awesome. I'm so sorry that this happened to you, but when Dean hears about this, I'm sure he will understand. Well, I'm sure he will too, because it's like he's not going to be able to get it unless I do it. So yeah. It's just a lot of extra work that I didn't expect, you know. It's just a bit annoying, a bit more annoying than I thought it would be. Yeah. But hey, that's the way it goes. So anyway, that's the problem. That's the problem. Anyway, Jeff, what I thought I would do today is basically I was going to discuss this whilst I was doing the actual artwork and stuff. um, and then I was going to film something. I was going to switch to the TankerTubs channel and film something. So yeah. So I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking about stuff. You know what? I'm going to wait until Dean actually is here, and then I'm going to ask him about the whole idea. But Jeffrey, since you are here, I'm going to do your picture. I'm going to do yours. I can't stop admiring the Mother's Day card. It's so cute. Well, yes, kinks in the road are so to speak, are annoying. Yeah. So yeah. Let me just show you the Mother's Day card again. It would have looked way better with more of the colors, but I didn't want to risk completely oversaturating the picture. But you see the way that the letters are with all the different colors and stuff. That's basically what I was going to do for the main card. The flower behind them was going to be a lot more colorful, but essentially I wanted to keep it as bright as possible because I didn't want to, like I said, drown it in all the different colors because they are drastically different shades. And when they actually come out, when the actual ink comes out of the pen on this particular paper, for some reason also, it's really dark. The colors are not this bright when they come out on the thing. And all the light colors, they get lighter, you know, they get brighter. For example, the yellow that you see in the background is like kind of fluorescent. That was orange when it came out of the pen. When it was actually touching it on there, I thought I had made a huge mistake because it was just not showing. It was showing up way too much. The orange was brown, and but yeah, all the darker colors that you can see, there's no black. That's not black. That is brown. The outline on the bears is brown. You can kind of see it. The flowers are yellow, and that is green. Around that stem, that's green. Well, that's how much it spreads out. But yeah, well, that's the navy color as well. That looks black. And the heart, I think there's pink in there, but essentially, it looked kind of really. The heart looked really crimson red, and also basically the color that's in there, to me anyway, it looked like it was kind of brown. It was just it was all dark. Once it dried out, though, it did look fairly good. By the way, I just want to point out how great I am at like estimating stuff, because like remember this when this was on the pad, when it was just on the pad like this, it was completely flat and stuff. I've trimmed off the edging on the top, but remember it was on the pad like this. You see this line that's down the middle where it's folded? You see there's a line there? Directly on that line is where it's folded. I had eyeballed the exact center of this piece of paper. I didn't use a ruler or anything. I just was like, okay, there's the middle, so I'm just going to make sure I don't draw anything along this line, and I just I did a quick line down the page. It's exact. That's the exact center of this card. That's where I folded it. It's so weird. That's crazy. That is crazy. So I guess I'm really good at estimating, you know, proportions on the page and stuff. The colors are really pretty. I used every single color in the box that I have. That's every single color that I have in the box. So yeah. That was, it's just so much effort went into that. It's just so annoying. I just hope my mum likes it, you know. Anyway, the colors are pretty. That's good. Right, Jeff. So I'm doing your picture. I'm doing your picture. I'm inking it today. That's really cool. Perfectly done with your estimation, Tubbs. Yeah, I know, right? That's. I was just so shocked that it's like, well, hopefully it's going to be near the line. You know, it's going to be okay. It's going to be near the line. It's pretty much in the middle. It should be fine. And then as I was folding it, I was like, it's lining up. Is it going to stay lined up all the way up? You know, I didn't divert anywhere. I did a perfectly straight line. Really? Did I? And apparently I did. I was like, Jesus. Yeah. So I'm doing your picture. I'm doing your bear. So here's a before. Because I was going to do Dean's. Dean's is on the list as being first, but he's not here right now. So I figured that I'd do yours, and that way I can almost test out how well it's going to come out and stuff like that. And we can ask you some questions about it and stuff like that, which is going to be cool. One of the things I want to do before I begin is that I haven't outlined everything, and I've done that on purpose. And that's mainly because I couldn't remember exactly how your characters things are they dungarees? Yeah, he's got one strap. I've done the one strap. That's good. But they're different from the pigs. The pig's got a different set. He's got buttons going down the side, and your ones don't. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got all of those details. So I'm just going to quickly add those. Won't take me a second. Hey, look at that! I did the folded belly thing as well. Huh. And of course I did paws, because of course I did. But they shouldn't be a problem. I basically have a picture of you, well, of Brugger, or Brugger, on my pad. So I'm just gonna go over this. This won't take me a second. It's just a bit of texturing, so I know some details of where to put the paws and the claws and all that stuff. Because remember, this is a this layout was originally meant for another lion guy. So he's got slightly different proportions on his legs and things. But yeah. But since he's Brugger and Jeff combined, making sure that I just get the details right. I don't want him to end up with the wrong trousers on, the wrong pants. This is only like extra detail anyway. It's not like super important. It's just like just what his clothes look like, you know. Kind of a non-issue. Thanks, Jeff. I do appreciate it, honest. So after this, I'm going to be filming a LiveTUBBSart video, and it's probably just it's going to be just a bloating video thingy. Nothing super excessive or anything. I've had a beer basically, and I've got the rest of the beer from the Abbott's beer, from the Christmas beer. Because apparently there's still some of that left. I didn't know that. I looked under the table and there was 5 beers, so I already had 2. But I've got 3 more cans in there, so I'm going to do a nice beer blow for the LiveTUBBSart channel. After I'm on here with you. So how's your day been, Jeff? You've been busy, had a good day, hopefully. Right, that's done. Get the pen, the good pen, which is the crappy one. Oh, because I can print it out, I can basically blow this up to any size and everything. Like, would you? This is an A5. This is A5. Would you like an A4 one for the inked version? Because I can do that. Cool, and I love the video that you posted earlier today. It's great. I was so sick, like Jesus. You can really tell that I was having issues with, yeah. I was just having issues. Dean's here, yay. Hi, Dean. Yes, the problem is that basically, I'll just talk while I'm doodling, while I'm actually doing it. The problem is that the ink oh, my pen's not working. Okay. Right, the ink for the felt pen ink on this paper that I've done your picture on drinks up the ink and completely alters the picture, the final product pictures. There are no straight lines. All of the lines are thick, and they look very jagged and kind of like just kind of school kid drew, like a school kid drew it. Because of that, I cannot do the ink on this paper. But we think we've come up with a solution. It's just going to take a little bit longer than regular drawings. So yeah. So I was supposed to be doing your picture, but you weren't here for the beginning part, which is, it's fine. I'm not judging or anything. You know, I'm not saying, you know, it's like, oh, well, he obviously doesn't care because he's not here. Yeah, far from it. In fact, I'm doing Jeffrey's one as a kind of test because Jeffrey doesn't mind. But we think we've got a solution, and it's a better solution than um, potentially the original of your picture was going to be. I'm going to do everything in this pen, and then I'm going to scan it into the computer, your picture included, if this picture works out okay. I'm going to scan it into the computer, and then I'm going to print it out. And I can make it even bigger on the computer. By the way, if anybody wants to know what I'm drawing right now, then just let me know. I will read that comment in the chat and basically show you what it is. But I can print it out, and then I can actually do the felt on the printed paper, because the printed paper should be thinner, and it should be smoother. It shouldn't drink the ink so much. It shouldn't absorb it so much and just completely spread it around like it did with the Mother's Day card. Oh, you just listened. Okay, never mind. So you know what's happening basically, and I think it will make it even better if I'm honest, because essentially I can, like Jeffrey's picture, I can basically, this is an A5 piece of paper. I can make it A4. I can make it an A4 piece of paper. I can actually make it even bigger than that potentially, although that will be a bit difficult because I need drawing space for that, and having a big A3 piece of like paper would just be awkward to draw on, you know. But I should be able to make it even clearer and stuff like that if it's bigger and everything. So whatever size you want it will be. I can do that. That'd be great. Saban says hi guys. Hi Saban. We were wondering where you went. You disappeared for a little while. I'm glad you're here. I want to ask you a couple of questions about your picture that's been pending while I've been doing everybody else's. I'm kind of relieved because I don't have to be as touchy-feely with the ink, with the pen, as I did with doing this picture. Because doing the felt picture, it's so imprecise. It's a little bit sledgehammer, you know? And it feels so much more permanent, and there's a lot less room to basically, without having to start over the entire picture again. There's a lot less room to try to get out of a particular situation with, you know, with a mistake. Whereas this, I got a lot more room, so that's cool. But no, Dean, how did you feel about the whole idea of basically getting 2 pieces of art from me? I'm so sorry I haven't been able to come on. It's so cold and it's been snowing like hell. It hasn't stopped, and we are getting more this week. Yeah, I basically I'm potentially going to have to cancel my trip to the buffet because it's just it might not be practical. Because basically we don't know if it's going to be snowed in or not. Right, now I've got to be careful because eyebrows, got to do the eyebrows. What? Dean says now my dog head, which I was thinking of a chest pocket design on a T, would work great, and the ink is exactly what I was expecting it would look like, but it would need to be slightly bigger. Well, the thing is that basically once I scan into the computer and send you those scans, you can do whatever you want with them. But you're not only getting the scans, you are actually getting the actual physical piece because I'm actually going to physically hand it to you. So you don't have to worry about sizing because you'll have the actual scanned image and stuff. So yeah, Dean, don't worry about it. I got it covered. It's all good. But yeah, I might have to basically, if I do it this way, then I'm going to have to rethink about how long it's going to take me to actually do these. Right. Just doing the glasses, I've got to be very, very careful here that I don't actually do a mischief. The problem is that I basically can't draw directly onto this pad with an ink pen. And I was hoping that I'd be able to do that because, well, that would cut down a lot of time expenditure and stuff like that. Whereas right now I'm doing everything I'm doing it in ballpoint. I'm only doing it in ballpoint because basically I'm going to have to do more detail here. And stuff, which is okay, but it's just kind of, it's time I could be spent on other projects. And the problem is that it would have been a lot easier and faster to basically do it just straight away on the pad like I'm doing now. It would have been a hell of a lot simpler. Right, now I'm doing fangs. I've got to do the fangs first, because whenever I do teeth, they're it's where the edges of the lips are going to be and stuff, so it's easier to actually do them and then connect them with a nice arch. The beauty about this is that I can actually do a little bit of shading work while I'm doing the penning, which is nice. You know, really highlights a couple of the key lines and stuff. So, same. Or what do you mean by problems? Oh, I see. Yeah. If I'm honest, Saban, my week has been a bit right. Saban says, "Oh no, it's all right. I swear I wouldn't mind, but damn, that must be right, but definitely not." You guys are talking amongst yourselves again. That's fine. I'm finishing up the first picture, the actual face picture. Again, this the ballpoint pen is actually a lot nicer at doing like the sketchy lines and stuff. Because what I'm doing is I can add and I think I'm done with the actual face. I'm also bummed out as well. I really want to see Tubbs, and also I'm stuck indoor because it's too dangerous to go out. Is it too dangerous? Oh, because of the leg. Is that what you mean? It's no problem, dude. I can't travel far anyway this weekend because I'm fairly broke. I've spent a bit of money because I did all my travel insurance and all of that stuff. For Vegas. Woo! And also, I was gonna like take kind of like think about taking a week off of traveling, because over the next couple of weeks I've got to travel to a couple of places over here for both work, and I've got to go visit my family and all that stuff. You know, all the stuff that wasn't going to be much of a problem. But now is, because, well, you know, family stuff. Right, and so Jeff, how have you been? Okay. Still talking, guys. Right, I've done the face. I've done the face. I'm booked till next Tuesday, so I'm basically stuck in regardless. I'll stop with the doom and gloom at this end. But there's more I could go into. Dean, I'm really sorry. I really do wish that we'd like stuck around Sainsbury's or something. But yeah. And there's Jeffrey in all of his inky glowiness. It's going to look way better shaded, I promise. I'm particularly proud of the necklace. That took like no time at all to basically do. But it looks really not bad, especially the 3D-ness that I've done. Right, and now I've got to do the bigger picture, which should be potentially a bit easier. It's basically about the same size, I've just noticed, as the as that was. So yeah. Right, I'm always wondering, where do I start on these pictures, but I know where I'm going to start. Start with the eel. Eel. The necklace is awesome. I know, right? It looks so good, and it's based on almost nothing. So I hope I got it right. But to me, it looks pretty cool. It's just so detailed. If I focus on it a lot, because I can't actually see it myself. It's so tiny. But no, now I'm adding the detail. Oh, damn it! No, my pen just tried to throw up all over your picture, and now it's not working anymore. There we go. It's really having issues. My pen is. What is your problem? There we go. I think I went over her hair and it got caught in the mechanism or something. And anyway, it's usually really annoying because it tries to, like I said, it tries to throw up. When I say throw up, I mean it's like it's as if the pen decided to be sick on my pad. Just a big gob of ink comes out instead of just a little line of ink. It's like it's trying to piss me off. And of course, I've got your winking. Winking. Okay, before anybody says so, I did not draw winky. I said winking. Seriously, I did draw the face really tiny. I'm just noticing how much of a weird problem that is right now. Oh, guys, so I'm not talking much. I'm just really focusing. Okay, pen. Where's your problem? Huh? What are you doing? Um, I can't really see it. I'll show it in a second. I'll show it again in a second. Dean says, have to comment tabs on the detailing. I didn't expect him to draw the logo on my t-shirt, let alone reverse it. I didn't reverse it. I re-reversed it because it was reversed in the mirror. So I just wanted to be. I wanted it to be authentic. Although I just realized that in your picture, the logo, the tiny logo on the T-shirt, would be on the other side. Damn it! Damn it! But yeah, the necklace. There's the necklace. In case you missed it, it's right there. And there he's winking. So yeah, I've got to draw all of that still. But it's coming on. Being me, I only heard winky. Yes, Dean. That figures. So I was drawing a paw. So that took me a little bit more concentration than regular. You know me and paws. Now you see it. Good save. I'm glad you do. I've got a thing about doing like kind of shapely elbows for big furries, you know. Oh, now we're doing clothing detail. Clothing detail. We still got to figure out background for this one, by the way, Jeff. Oh, that looks like a bit messed up, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Big belly emoji and piggy emoji, and there's an emoji war happening in the comments. It's kind of sweet. Right, speaking of, I'm actually doing the big belly now because he's a big-bellied country bear. Let's get this right. Why is everyone else super focused? Just me that's supposed to be super focused. Oh my god, what the hell set this off? What the fuck? I've got Yellow Submarine stuck in my head. What? Where's my childhood charmer? You know, what the hell's going on there? But Eddie's here. He says, "A big belly what?" I think they're just doing emojis. Emojis. Oh my god, you just said hi, Eddie. Like, and when I mentally voiced that, I basically had the Roger Rabbit. You know, the little birds that come when he's driving into Two Town or something, and it basically the little bluebirds, like they fly up to his window and they're like, "Hi, Eddie. Hi, Eddie," and then they say, "Bye, Eddie," and then he crashes. For some reason, I had that stuck in my head when I read Jeffrey say, "Hi, Eddie." Wow, yes, no, that is random, Tubbs, and I hear it now too. See, it's contagious. So even says, "What, Tubbs? Don't tell me that's just magically imagine a yellow submarine." No, there's a song called "The Yellow Submarine," and you know, we're all going on a yellow submarine. I don't know the words. I don't know the words, but for somehow the tune and made up words are stuck in my head. What the feck? What in the hell, brain? Why do you do this to me? I got some gunk on my pen. How did I do that? I'm just trying to think of other music to get rid of it, and then I accidentally got something else stuck in my head. This is an endless cycle. Endless cycle. Does anybody remember the Jungle Book? And do you remember the Elephant's March song? If you do remember the Jungle Book. Oh my god, thank you, Eddie. That's great. That's great. Now that's stuck in my head. Yep. Yeah, my name really is Eddie. I know. Saban, that's so random. You keep having random stuff happen to you. I'm not talking talking to Eddie at the moment. Eddie's got a song stuck in my head, so I'm punishing him by not speaking. Isn't that from Dumbo? Is it from Dumbo? The military march of the elephants from the jungle, from Disney's The Jungle Book. Is that from Dumbo, or is that just, is it something that they co-opted because they recycled a bunch of stuff from older Disney films? But then again, I don't know how long ago Dumbo was compared to that. Right, Jeff. You are almost complete. I've screwed up a little bit on your foot, but you know what? Who cares? Honestly, who gives a damn about one screwed up toe? I mean, seriously. I'm just doing the tiny, I'm just correcting a few mistakes that I might have made. Adding some studs, you know, in the jeans and the dungarees. Doing some outlines of the denim. Well, it's not really entirely clear because of the stupid. You know how it's like. You've got to add the details of the denim. Otherwise, how do you know it's denim? It's like on The Simpsons, whenever they had somebody wearing denim, it would always be it'd always be slightly outlined or something. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. Just outlining some of the seams, making sure it looks good. But no, completed. Oh, I've missed out your chin. Jesus. There we go. There you are. I haven't done the store because technically that's background, although it is foreground now. But there you are, Jeff. So Jeffrey's picture, he wanted the actual face to be done in felt, but like I said, ignore that bit of shading just here under my finger by the ear. Essentially, I couldn't do that because of the previous mistake that happened. That happened with the ink, with the felt pens incident. So instead, we're doing this. I'm basically going to take a scan of that using my scanning device, and then I'm going to, on the computer, it's actually loading, the app crashed. Oh, there it is. Okay. And using the computer, I'm going to blow it up and put it on a bit of paper, and then I'm going to dim everything, and then I'm going to scan it in. I'm going to actually do the felt pen on anything that he wants, because I can resize everything on the computer and print it out whatever he wants. On the nicer, well, on the finer paper, it should be all good. But for now, Jeffrey's done. No, I'm thinking of that trippy scene, trippy ass elephant scene in Dumbo. Why would you make me think of that? Why? That wasn't that weird, to be honest. I mean, it was weird and psychedelic and everything, but to be honest, it's not the most messed up thing I've seen. You know, it's not Willy Wonka boat ride tunnel travel thing messed up. You know. Eddie says Dumbo was released in 1941, being Disney's fourth classic. So when was The Jungle Book? 1967. Oh, so they reused a bunch of stuff for The Jungle Book, I'm guessing. Because they're definitely used up scene. Oh, shut up. But yeah. The Elephant Military March is still playing in my head. Nice tubs. That's really good tubs. Lucky Jeff. Well, I'm going to do yours as well. Not right now, because I've just done Jeff's and I want to actually do the shading on Jeff's and stuff. By the way, Jeff, if you have any ideas on the scenery, now would be a great time, although I can add it later, so it's no real rush still. So yeah. And I will have to put the scenery on the bigger picture anyway, so yeah. It looks great, Tubbs. I love it. Excellent. I'm glad you do. La piece de resistance. What? Jeffy says, thank you so much, Tubbs. Great big hugs and snuggles. Really Wonka's boat ride scene is hilarious. Okay. So, but no, it wasn't. It was really trippy and just what was going on. I didn't know that was going on in the 40s. But okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to be doing the shading on this one. Although I can hold off on that until I do the other one. But now that it's scanned in and everything, I'll have to have a think. Because after this stream, I'm going to be... How long have I been streaming? An hour. There we go. It has been an hour. Well, that's great. I don't know. I'm going to quickly do the shading for it and have it mostly finished by the time I do something tomorrow. Who knows? So here we go. As usual, I get the pencil. into the right shape by doing all of the black parts, you know, all of the glasses, the nose, etc. And that reshapes the pencil so that I can actually do all of the claws. Good to remember the claws. Black claws. Brain, that was so random. Family Guy quote, you know, basically. Yeah. You guys are funny. Right, and now I've done that, I've got to. I'm going to be doing the ears. This won't take very long. It's just it's kind of I'm trying to concentrate just so that I don't miss out any bits and make it too streaky and make other parts too dark and all that stuff. I don't want to get the eraser out now after I've done all of this. It snowed quite heavily here. I made a video, but it has nothing to do with bloating week and padding week and all that stuff. So essentially, I can't show you guys until later, till the appropriate week comes up. Well, Dean, I'm glad it's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic for me. You know, it does make me not worry about bullshit as well. Why should I worry? Why should I care? I have no idea why. I think it might be the sheer amount of times that I did the sketching on it, but I've got the teeth on here are looking a little bit grey. What's the deal? What's that one? What do you call an Arctic creature that is happy 1 minute but the next downright miserable? A bipolar bear is terrible. It's terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself. Leave the stream now. I'm kidding. Don't leave the stream. It's okay. Well, you can if you want. I don't mind. So as far as the scenery is, as long as I'm just standing outside in yard, I'm happy. Oh, given me an idea. probably not going to do it tonight, but giving me an idea. Could be on a porch. He could be on his back country porch. Do you like live in a house or an apartment or something? Because I could basically like do a porch that would fit on that apartment, and then basically or house or whatever. Or don't you care? Don't you care? Honestly, it doesn't have to be anything. I've moved my pencil. It's not the right shape now. Damn it! Well, here's a country bear. A country bear. A bear in the country. Yay! Got the top bit shaded. It's a bit better now. I don't know why his teeth are grey though. His fang teeth are grey for some reason. I have no idea what that is. I apologise for the joke if joke is offensive. It's not offensive. I was kidding. It's a dad joke. It's terrible. That's perfect, Tubbs. I live in a house. Great. What kind of house? Or doesn't it matter? Should I just do like a log cabin-y thing? It's sounds terrible. Like but maybe if you want, you could send me like a reference picture to go off of. Because but I'm not going to do it now. Or you can just describe it better, more. Better, more. That sounds weird. A Porsche? No, not a Porsche. Oh God, Eddie, that does sound offensive. Sorry, but if I'm talking to a fence. Oh, you mean offensive to bipolar people? Honestly, I think there'll be 50-50 on it. No, that was bad too. That was bad too. But honestly, you know, bipolar people that suffer bipolar disorder, they basically all the people that I've met that have bipolar disorder, they're usually pretty laid back about it, and they really appreciate jokes. You know, humor can usually switch their bipolar disorder. But I'm just a counselor, you know, what do I know? And Jeff, I was just meaning that basically just to customize it to perfectly match like your house or whatever. You don't have to send me one. You just need to like you just maybe describe it a little bit more. Like, would you like a log cabin, or it's literally not going to be much of the picture. It's going to be just like I just want to know what he's resting on. Like, it could be a windowsill, or it could be like the ledge of a porch. You know, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's nice. is nice. That's Borat, isn't it? I keep forgetting where it's from. Weird, funky sound from outside. Ooh, spooky. It's probably just some snow melting. Again, it's no big deal. Great, I'll do that then. Dad jokes galore. Dean's at it again with the dad jokes. Where? Yes, that's cool, Tubbs. I'm chilling on the ledge of the porch. I like that. Yeah, we'll do that. Again, I won't do that now. I'm just going to do literally the shading and then the shadows, you know, the other shading. And, yeah, oh, I've done the pause. Mustn't forget the pause. Very important to do the pause when shading. Oh, so guys, this is a bit dull, but after this, I'm going to the LiveTUBBSart channel, and we will be filming a video over there, hopefully. I was actually pretty good today, and I actually did film something, but it's not for the appropriate week. So I can't actually do that this week. The pre-1960 Model Ts each have angular brass radiator. Wow. Okay. I love the shading. Tubbs looks great. I haven't done it yet. I'm almost finished, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna have some beers. We're gonna have some booze. So that should be fun. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm supposed to be going over to see my buddy Patch. Maybe filming something. I don't know. It depends how he feels. But essentially, I'm thinking about not being there until super late anyway, because I have work to do. Yay! Right, to even everything out. I've got ink. I've got Pinky's done it. The best fur con ever. It's what? It's not worth bloody visiting. What? The video that you just posted earlier today was great, Tubbs. Yay, that's great. We will see you. We will. You will see Patch. You might see Patch as well. Like I said, it depends. It just depends on what's going on, all that stuff. Right, just doing the shading, the actual shadows and shading and stuff. Very important part. Very important part. Making sure all the lines. Everything's got that nice kind of 3D effect. It really adds depth around the neck. The chin. Just around all the bits that basically there's a little bit lacking of light, not around every angle and stuff, but it does give that bit, just that touch of 3D. There we go, and there you have it. It's completely shaded, so I can work on the background and stuff tomorrow. Not going to do that tonight. But yeah. Hope you like it, Jeff. I'm not going to take the scan tonight. Like I said, I'm going to do that tomorrow. But I'll work on all that stuff. How much snow did you get? What? What? How much snow did I get? I don't know. I don't know. That much. It snowed pretty much all day, and it was quite nice. It was very pleasant. Everything's coated in a nice white layer. I did shoot a couple of pictures, but I'll show you those guys. I'll show you those later. Because my phone's on charge at the moment, so yeah, it's no problem. Tubbs, you have no idea how much I love it. Well, I'm glad you like it at least. You know, I'm just happy that you like it at least. So yeah. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now. Oh yeah, I'm switching over to the Tanky Tubbs channel. But yeah, I might be doing a live stream tomorrow, but I'm not entirely 100%. Entirely. I'm not entirely 100% yet. I'm basically trying to figure out how that would work. It's possible. It's just that it might not be practical because I will be away potentially. It depends if I'm actually going or not, because like I said, I don't know what's happening this weekend, this week even. I know what's happening this weekend. Nothing. I'm doing nothing. Okay. there was a chance I was coming into London and everything, but essentially now that I've actually spent all my money on the travel insurance and like other expenses, because I did the weekly shopping and paid all of the bills that I'm supposed to and everything, and so all of that money that I made at the beginning of, or at the end of this month, because it's the end of the month, is gone, which is great. That's a good bit of snow. Yeah, it's good for here. So yeah, now I know what it's like to be in Norway. Yeah, I'm a little bit in trouble, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Right. Catch all you guys on the Tank Top channel in just a minute. I'm going to be over there, like I said, in just a minute. I'm literally just thinking of anything I have to say and everything. I am glad that basically you guys are here. It's been great talking to you, and it's been great. I'm just having somebody to basically cheer me up a little bit, because I was a bit defeated after the whole, Mother's Day card thing. Although on the bright side, I did get a Mother's Day card out of it. It's just that it's just testing the pens. It was going to look way better than that, but I'm still glad that it's done. I'm glad that we came up with this. I'm glad that I tested them before I went straight ahead and did Dean's picture, because that's what I was going to do. But then I decided, no, I'll test them on the Mother's Day card, because if something goes wrong, then at least it's my Mother's Day card. It's supposed to be cartoony, so my mum won't mind. So it's a good thing that. Look how much they bleed through. Look how much you can basically see the entire picture. Jesus. I'm glad that I put a bit of paper underneath it, a bit of scrap paper underneath it to protect Panda Fox's picture. But yeah. So yeah, that's my logo, by the way, for my cards. If you get a card that's from me and it doesn't have this symbol, focus. 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 The camera's being annoying. The camera's being so annoying. Focus. You can do it, camera. I know you can. There it is. If you get a card, if you receive a card from me and it doesn't have this symbol, then I can do it. It's a fake. This is my symbol for my cards. And if it says crappy card company on it, then that's my cards. Because basically that's the symbol I put on all my handmade cards. Whenever I give somebody a card, it's always got the crappy card company on it. Because I like that symbol. I made it and I liked it. So yeah. Tubbs, if you don't do a live stream tomorrow, that's fine too. Just have a nice time with Patch. But I'm so glad that you have a weekend free finally. Well, it's not going to be free. I'm going to be working this out. So, yeah. Dean says, "Don't mean to be rude or disrespectful, but thank fuck yeah." Yeah, imagine if I just went ahead and tried to do it, and it basically did all the splotchiness and like was super rough looking and thick, and God, it would have ruined that picture and whatever picture was behind it. Actually, the Mother's Day picture was behind it, so that would have been so bad, because that was just a quick thing, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad. I love it when Tubbs bashes stuff to make it focus. Okay. Dean, me too, Saban. Dean says you might need to copyright the crappy card name. I know this isn't official and everything, but now it's not going to focus again. It's copyrighted. That's the copyright symbol. I thought of that. I sometimes I add a little like I do a copyright, you know, in the year and the T. I do copyright and TM and all that stuff. I know it's official, not official, like I said, but it's like it's funny. I don't care if somebody uses that. That'd be great if somebody else uses this. But I really like the logo. I thought it was so creative, and I was like, how does nobody think of this logo yet? Because it's one line. It's one line, and then the little mini logo in the middle. So how do people not? How has nobody thought of that one yet? You know. But I've never seen it before on any cards or anything. So it's like, I might as well just do it. You know. Yes, that's such a cool name, Tubbs. Well, no, it's something that I've done since I was like 10. Since I was 10, I made my own cards, and I thought of the crappy card company a couple of years afterwards. After I did the logo, it was a very simplified logo. Then it was literally just like it used to be just two squares, you know, next to each other, like a card. But yeah, but it's not official. Make it legit. Why? I don't care if somebody takes it. It's just it's a funny name. It'll be funny. Dean, I don't mind if you take it. You know, if you want to copyright it, then go ahead and copyright it. I'm not going to stop you. Honestly, I just reserve the rights to use it on my cards. So I make like 10, 11 cards a year, not including the Christmas cards. So, you know. Anyway, guys. Anyway, it has been great talking to you. I will be doing the filming, and then I'm going to be hanging out with you guys. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a hangout after the filming on the TankTubs channel. So stick with me for the filming, and then we can chill and hang out and talk about stuff. Money McFly, what? Does it cost money to copyright something? I don't know. See, I don't know about this stuff. But then again, like I said, I've not really cared, you know. It's not really bothered me thinking about this stuff. Oh my god. Back to the Future reference, yeah. I want you to get the royalty from it, Tubbs. Honestly, I don't mind. My computer's decided to do something now, so I can't just easily switch to the next channel. So bear with me until this solves itself. It's probably not going to solve itself anytime soon. I am going to do this. Move my chair. There we go. Are you done, computer? There it is. Yeah, my banners and stuff. I decided I saw that there was a new logo for it on my dashboard, and basically I was like, "Ooh, I can put a banner on the bottom of the screen again, finally," because that failed to do it last time. But no, it's telling me that it's not possible. So yeah. Anyway, guys, say bye, Tubbs, and I can now switch to the other channel. I'll catch you there. My chair won't go back any further than this. But until then, belly flash and belly rubs. It's actually quite cold in the middle. But we will fix that. hopefully anyway. Oh, I've got no plaster on my skin tag, so it's kind of owie a little bit. But yeah. I don't see any bear near me. There it is. Thank you, Jeff. See you in a sec, guys.